Hey everyone, today I'm going to be making the Salty Sea Perfect Tender Shrimp. I have all ingredients right here. I know it says cut up the onions into quarters, but I saw this new onion cutting method in this cooking class I took the other day, so I decided to cut it like that. But I cut my lemons into quarters like this. And then I do not have the Old Bay, what was it, the salt bag? Yeah, the seasoning boil bag, but I'm gonna add these in with it and then just kind of like to replace it. I have the Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning, so it's pretty close, and then I have some of these other ones I'll get into a little bit later. So I have my shrimp right here. It's Great Value raw shrimp. It was frozen when I got it, so I thawed it out in some water for a few hours, or like about an hour or two, and here it is right now. It still has the tails and legs on it, so yep. So I'm waiting for this to boil now. I added about half a tablespoon of salt-free Dash onion and herb seasoning blend, 1.5 tablespoons of Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and half a tablespoon of McCormick's garlic powder. So I'm gonna come back once this is boiled. My water's boiling now. It should be at about 212 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what it is with water and salt. So I'm gonna move it down from high to medium heat, and then I'm gonna let it simmer for about 4.5 minutes, and then I'll be back once it's done simmering. So it's been about 4.5 minutes. I'm gonna take 2 cups of it now and put it into my bowl with ice right here, and then add another 6 cups of water back into the pot right here. I have my seasoned mixture after the 6 cups have been added. I'm gonna put it back up to high now, and then I'm gonna wait till it starts boiling, and then I'm going to add the shrimp. So my seasoned water is now boiling. I'm gonna put it down to medium low now. So about right there. Yeah, about 3.5-ish. I'm gonna do 3. Yeah, about 3. And now I'm going to add my shrimp in. As you can see, camera steamed up a little. There we go. Okay, gonna add my shrimp in. See if I can get it all in without it splashing me. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just add it in off camera. I added my shrimp in now. I'm gonna let it cook for about 4.5 minutes, let it simmer, and then I'll take half of it out, and then I'll let the other half cook. So it's been about 5-6 minutes now. I'm gonna take out half of my shrimp and transfer it over to here. I don't have one with holes in it to take it out, but I'll just drain it on the side a little bit before swapping it over, and then I will be back once half has been put in. It's been about 4.5 minutes now. I'm gonna take both out of here, take the shells off both of them, and then try them. I added a little bit more ice in here, but yeah, it's done, so I'm gonna try it now. Last thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit of butter on it. Butter makes everything taste better. And then add some on this one right here. Perfect. So here is my shrimp that was in for a longer amount of time, and here is my shrimp that was in for a shorter amount of time. On both, and talk about the chewiness and the texture. So we'll start with my short one. So my short one, it's pretty firm compared to this one. They're both pretty firm. Let me open it, I guess. So here's what it looks like. And let me open this one, see how. So I will say the longer cooked shrimp is much easier to break into than the shorter cooked shrimp. Let me try this one, the shorter cooked one. Oh, it's really good.
Oh, I'm gonna try the longer cooked one now. They're pretty similar, like chewiness. I would say maybe the first one is slightly more chewy than or the shorter cooked one is a little bit more chewy than the more cooked one. Honestly, they both turned out almost pretty similar. I will say also, when I was taking off the shells of each one, the longer cooked one was much easier to take off of the shrimp than the shorter cooked one. But yeah, they both taste pretty good. The flavor on them is really good. I really like the flavor. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to go to my explanations now, and I will talk to you guys in a second.
My girlfriend is a vegetarian, so she's going to have a tofu version I made. It has some of the seasoned water. I don't know, what would you call it? Like salt, like marinade?
Yeah.
Okay, like marinade. I was trying to figure out what to call it. All right.
Ooh. Oh, it is a little spicy. That's nice.
What do you think?
I would definitely use this on tofu.
Yeah.
Like regularly.
Mm-hmm. Good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating my longer cooked one now, and I think this one is actually is chewier in texture than the other one. I had a few more, so I think I had a change of opinion. It's more like a little more like rubbery, not super, just a little bit more. It's time to talk about the science part of my video. So to start, meat is typically made up of 75% water, 20% protein, and 3% fat. It has high amounts of collagen and high amounts of protein. So typically collagen can break down at about 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and both collagen and protein can retain water. So the more it's cooked for longer times at higher heat, it will break down collagen and protein. So this could cause less water retention, and collagen can break down into gelatin, which can also make the structure of shrimp a little bit weaker and a little bit easier to break into. So for my longer cooked shrimp, I noticed that it had a chewier texture than my shorter cooked shrimp. I found it took slightly longer to eat and was about, I'd say, 7 out of 10 on chewiness. My shorter one was a little bit, or it was less chewy, and I'd say it was about like a 5 out of 10 on chewiness. So this is mentioned on Cookwise 372 that seafood can become extremely dry and tough, or shrimp can become extremely dry and tough when cooked for too long. My shrimp wasn't dry. It did have a tougher texture, my longer cooked shrimp. And then it also discusses on page 191 of McGee that fish that typically have lower collagen seem drier when cooked as compared to fish that has higher collagen. So shrimp is extremely high in collagen and protein, as I mentioned earlier. So the water retention the water retention is most likely better on shrimp. So it can keep a lot of water and moisture inside of it. So that's why it probably was not dry. For the taste, they were very similar in taste. I mean, I used all the same spices, butter, salt, and like butter at the end too. So I kept everything the same. So there wasn't really a difference in taste there. And then my longer cooked shrimp was easier to pull apart than my shorter cooked shrimp. This might be because my shorter cooked shrimp had more moisture and the collagen and protein in it than my longer cooked shrimp, as it was sitting simmering for a longer time than my shorter cooked. And then lastly, it was easier to bite into my longer cooked shrimp, but it was way more chewier than my shorter cooked shrimp, which was, yeah, but it was harder to chew my longer cooked shrimp than my shorter cooked shrimp. Yep, well, that's all I had for the science part of my video. I hope you enjoyed.